Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video review. This time I'm going to talk about a newly shown Hot Toys figure. This time it is from Avengers Infinity War, and it is the Iron Spider. This one is on display at Hot Toys' Marvel event. They're showing quite a few new figures. Well, they're showing a lot of the figures that we've already seen, with a couple new ones. This being one of the new ones. The other two new ones is the Outrider as well as the Hulkbuster. I'll make a separate video talking about the actual group photos, these photos, and some of what they mean. But for now, I'm going to be talking about Iron Spider-Man. These are really the only two good photos I could find of it. The one on the left is definitely really nice. The one on the right is blurry, but at least it's from a different angle and it more showcases the mechanical arm, so I definitely wanted to include it here. But yeah, overall, personally, I'm in the minority, but I don't like the design of the Iron Spider-Man suit. It's not when I first saw it, I really hated it. Now I don't hate it. I don't prefer it personally. So for me, this is an easy pass just because I'm not a fan of the suit, but I do understand and respect that a lot of people do like the suit. It's certainly a popular one from the comics. This is a very different rendition of it though than it is in the comics, because I think the blue really throws it off, although the blue does make sense, so it shouldn't throw me off, but it really does. But in general, I think this looks like a nice figure. I like the fact that the Iron Spider-Man, or that the Spider-Man logo has a more of a mechanical, strict look to it. You know, it looks more like it's mechanical rather than natural, which of course represents the suit itself, which I like. I can't tell how much of this is rubber. Some of the blue pieces look like really rubbery, and therefore it could be a little nerve-wracking to pose, as it might damage. But I do think that it seems like it has good articulation here. I just don't know if that articulation is gonna like leave creases. It does have a nice shine to it though, which does kind of represent more of an armored look rather than just the cloth that it usually is, so I do kind of like that. The head looks pretty nice. The head, just seeing the head, I wouldn't think that that's the Iron Spider-Man though. I wish that they did something a little more strict with the eyes. I wish that the eyes weren't rounded. I wish that they were more squared in like a triangle formation almost, to give it more of that like kind of metal machine look. I think that would help separate it from the classic Spider-Man suit. And then the arms themselves, I think the arms look cool. I don't know, I can't personally see articulation points, but I'd be shocked if these didn't have articulation, so I assume that they do have articulation. It just, in the joint sections, I don't really see hinges, but I mean there must be. But they look neat. I like the sharp edges on them. I think that looks very cool, and if they do have some really good articulation, it'll be fun to pose them around on your shelf. As a whole, it looks like a solid figure. It doesn't look like anything revolutionary though, and then just personally, I'm not a big fan of the suit. So for me, this is an easy pass, and it's one that really doesn't get me excited at all. I certainly expected them to do it, and seeing it isn't like a wow moment or anything like that. But I know for a lot of people who really do love this suit, I'm sure this is going to be an absolute must-have, and you totally have the right for that. And yeah, it does look very cool, and hopefully it does come with an extra head sculpt that has the mask removed to reveal a Peter Parker head sculpt. That would be very cool indeed. So yeah, it's an interesting, it's a nice looking figure, and yeah, it's based on a costume that is pretty popular, so I could see this figure being popular. Just personally, it's not one that I'm going to struggle skipping on, just personally, but it does still look very nice. So let me know what you guys think of the new Iron Spider-Man figure from Hot Toys, and thanks so much for watching.